Hello class, today we are going to start chapter 3 of our history, Indus Valley Civilization. In this chapter you will study about the meaning of civilization, Indus Valley Civilization or Harappan Civilization, city planning and buildings, occupations and crafts, religion and script, life of the people, decline of the Harappan Civilization. The meaning of civilization. Many important changes took place when humans became food producers from the food gatherers. The change led humans to live in groups and that resulted into the foundation of civilization. Civilization. Civilization is that stage in human development when a lot of progress takes place in the fields of art, science, social, political and economic fields. The early civilization flourished near water bodies or banks of rivers due to availability of water, fertile soil, clay to make bricks for houses. Water bodies also provided a moderate climate and opportunity of transport as well as trade. In the later Neolithic period, humans learned the method of extracting copper by smelting. Do you know? Smelting means to heat and melt an ore to extract metal from it. Their experiment helped them to produce a new metal called bronze, which was a mixture of tin and copper. It was a more strong and durable metal, so this age came to be known as Bronze Age. Humans became more efficient and skilled. It helped humans to make better tools and implements to increase efficiency and production. The village settlements started exchanging goods. The progress in the field of trade and the growth of cities led to the rise of civilization. Indus Valley Civilization, Harappan Civilization. Remains of an ancient civilization were found near the river Indus and its tributaries in India and Pakistan. This happened in 1921 at Harappa in Punjab. The remains were discovered during the construction of a railway line under the supervision of Sri R.B. Dayaram Sahni. Some excavated materials were found. It proved that 5,000 years ago there lived a civilized race in India at that place. Do you know Mohenjo-daro means Mound of the Dead? This is the map of Indus Valley Civilization. In 1922, a mound was excavated under the supervision of R.D. Banerjee in Mohenjo-daro, Larkana district in Pakistan. And here also many materials of ancient times were found. The remains of the oldest and largest urban civilization were also found at Chahudaro, Ropar, Lothal, Kalibanga and many other places on the bank of river Indus and its valleys. This civilization came to be known as Indus Valley Civilization, Harappan culture, as all the cities and objects found in Harappa resembled it. The city planning and buildings. The excavation showed that the city was well planned. The city was divided into two parts. The raised part or the upper part was called citadel. It was a raised platform and the lower part was known as lower town. The citadel was the central part of the city. This is the image of the citadel and this is the image of the great bath found at Mohenjo-daro. Citadel. The citadel enclosed important buildings like the great bath, the granary and the town hall. The lower town had the residential areas. A huge great bath is discovered at Mohenjo-daro in the middle of a citadel. It is 55 meters long and 33 meters broad with steps leading down into it. The great bath had well-planned system of water supply and drainage. It has two openings, one at the top to let water in and another at the bottom to let the water out. The great bath was used for religious purposes as water was assumed to be purified by some sources. Waterproof bricks were used in it. A high and thick wall protected the citadel from the frequent flooding by the Indus River. The citadel housed the ruling classes, the priests and the merchants. Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal had elaborate storehouses. The largest building found in Mohenjo-daro is 15.23 meters wide. In Harappa, there were as many as 6 granaries. These granaries were used for storing surplus grains. Near the granaries, circular brick platforms have been found that were probably used for threshing the grains. This is the image of granary. The structure, measuring 69 meters long and 23 meter wide with walls about 1.5 meter thick, has been found in Mohenjo-daro. This might have been used either as an administrative block or as an assembly hall for meetings. Lower town. Small merchants, craftsmen, and laborers inhabited the lower town. The houses were built with big bricks, stones, and wood on both sides of the street. Each houses had 2 or 3 stories with stairs. The streets cut each other at right angles. The lower town were at a lower height but much bigger in area. They had small buildings and houses of the common people. The drainage system of the city was very well planned. The bathrooms had sloping floors and had drains. The kitchens also had drains connected to the main street drains. The main street was over 800 meters long and 10 meters wide. The streets cut each other at right angles. They had round corners to street with drains enable the heavy carts to take an easy turn. Houses were made on both sides of the street. It is likely that houses, drains, and streets were planned and built at the same time. This is the image of a street in Mohenjo-daro. Occupation and crafts. The main occupation of the people of the Indus Valley was farming, weaving, pottery, toy making, metalwork, jewelry making, stone cutting, seal making, boat making, machinery, and trade. The annual floods in the Indus Valley renewed and enriched the soil for good harvest of cotton, wheat, and barley. The farmers were aware of the different methods of irrigation and the use of plows, sickles, etc. The people were experts in the art of weaving and spinning. People domesticated animals like oxen, buffalo, goats, sheep, pigs, etc. Pots were baked, glazed, and decorated. The people of Indus Valley were expert in making terracotta, that is, unglazed and reddish brown, and sculptures and toys. These are 2 sculptures that has been found at Indus Valley sites, Yogi figurine and bronze statue of a dancing girl. The greatest artistic skill is displayed on seals. The engraving of animals, flowers, and other symbols on seals have great artistic and religious importance. Many bronze statues and tools of that time are proof of the mastery of the artisan in bronze casting. These are the images of Indus Valley seals. Do you know? Seals are used even today for sealing pockets and envelopes to ensure their security. The Indus Valley had a moist climate and thick forest, which provided sufficient timber for making boats which helped in internal and external trade. The bullock carts and camels also helped in internal trade by roads. The seals of Mesopotamia, Iraq civilization were excavated from Indus Valley, and the remains of dockyard discovered at Lothal in Gujarat prove that Indus Valley had trade relations with Mesopotamia, Egypt, and other countries. The people also used weights and measures of slate and stones. Religion. Seals are the main sources of information about the religious belief of the Indus Valley people. The people at that time worshipped nature in the form of animals, birds, and trees. The animal figures depicted on the seals are of hummed bull, the unicorn, ox, and the rhinoceros. People worshipped people trees, Shiva or Pashupati, and Mother Goddess. They believed in life after death. This is the image of a hummed bull, people tree, toys of Indus Valley, and ornaments found at Indus Valley sites. And these are the pots which have been excavated. Script. The Indus Valley script have been found engraved on numerous seals and at all the places of Indus Valley sites. It is pictographic as it consists of pictures and signs. This script has not been read or deciphered so far. Some experts say that it is similar to the Halchinki script of the tribals of Bengal. This is the image of a Indus Valley script. Life of the people. Life of the Indus people was full of comforts and luxuries as compared to that of the Neolithic period. They amused themselves by singing and dancing. They played chess like game. The men dressed themselves in a long cloth like a dhoti, and the women wore a long lehenga with a shawl. The clothes were made of cotton. The people were fond of ornaments like rings, necklaces, bangles, which were made up of shells, bones, ivory, etc. They also used face powder and kajal. Decline of the Harappan civilization. No one knows about the exact cause of the decline of the Indus civilization. The excavation of Mohenjo-daro proves that the city was destroyed and rebuilt 9 times at the same site. It is believed that perhaps some natural disaster like an earthquake, a flood, or a change in the course of the Indus River caused its decline. The strong high wall around the citadel of the Harappan civilization indicates that frequent invasions by the Aryans might have brought the end of the Indus civilization. Remains of the ancient civilization have been found in other parts of the world also, like Mesopotamia, modern Iraq, southern Turkey and eastern Syria, Egypt and China. Main features of these civilizations are civilization of world similar or different from the Indus Valley civilization. First, let's start with Mesopotamian civilization. Religion. Worshipped forces of nature like thunder, rain, etc. in the form of many gods. Occupation, agriculture, pottery, glass and cloth making. Mesopotamian civilization, inventions. Cuneiform script, process of multiplication, division, square and cube root, system of weights and measures, use of herds, water clock, lunar calendar, code of Hammurabi. Egyptian civilization, worshipped sun, god Re, worshipped nature in the form of moon, floods. Agriculture, domestication of animals, invention, hieroglyphic script, papyrus, solar calendar. Chinese civilization, worshipped nature in the form of earth oracles, agriculture, domestication of animals, paintings, sericulture. Pictographic script, paper, calendar that was a combination of lunar and solar, herbal medicine and acupuncture. A case study. Harappan sites in Gujarat. Lothal. It was a port city developed for overseas trade. A large warehouse has been found here which was perhaps used to store goods. Dholavira. It lies in Khadir Island in the run of Kutch. It is locally known as Kotada. Excavations first began here in 1990 and are still on. This town was divided into three parts: a citadel, a middle town and a lower town. Each part was enclosed by a stone wall. Many graves have been found here. The oldest signboard in the world containing 10 large-sized signs of the Harappan script has been found here. Goladhore, it is recently excavated site in the Kutch region. It suggests that articles of shell and copper were produced here. Many bangles have been found here. A unique seal, hollow and shaped like a box has been found here. Now, let's sum up this chapter in summing up. Bronze was a new metal which was mixture of tin and copper. It was a more strong and durable metal, so this age came to be known as Bronze Age. In 1922, a mound was excavated under the supervision of R.D. Banerjee in Mohenjo-daro. A huge great bath was discovered at Mohenjo-daro in the middle of the citadel. The great bath was used for religious purposes as water was assumed to be a great purifier. The main occupation of the people of the Indus Valley was farming, weaving, pottery, toy making, metalwork, jewelry making, stone cutting, seal making, boat making, machinery and trade. Many bronze statues and tools of that time are proof of the mastery of the artisans in bronze casting. Seals are the main source of information about the religious belief of the Indus Valley people. The Indus Valley script has been found engraved on numerous seals and at all the places of Indus Valley sites. Lothal was a port city developed for overseas trade. Thank you class. Let's meet in the next chapter.